just when I thought I was gonna be done giving PlayStation smoke, I had a long time to think, and I was thinking, why not just give them some more smoke for them to inhale? I feel as though this PS5 launch lineup is a very big missed opportunity when it comes to the games. When you look at the games that all of a sudden now got release dates, we got Spider-Man Miles Morales coming out November 12th. We got Demon Souls Remake coming out November 12th. And the Demon Souls Remake, which at first said during the stream is going to also be coming to PC, and then later being written by Kotaku, no, it's not coming to PC. Sony trying to clarify, they rushed out to clarify that. Pretty much it kind of seemed like they was like, oh no, there's nothing to see here. Like, this game isn't coming to PC. And like I said, right, it's coming. Like, I'm not gonna take their word for it anymore. Not necessarily anymore, but until I feel like I can start taking their word again, because they pretty much said it's not coming to PC, and I know a lot of people will just dick suck that and just continue with their date. But me, on the other hand, I'm looking at this like, is it really not coming to PC though? Because we seen it clearly state at the bottom of the screen when it said PlayStation 5 console exclusive, which that's another thing, right? That was a lot of that popped up. PlayStation console exclusive. We seen that with Final Fantasy 16, which of course we know is coming to PC. It's third party. We seen that with Demon Souls, where it said, okay, it's a PlayStation 5 console exclusive, right? But it's also coming to PC at the bottom, which again, they have yet to clarify whether or not, if it was to come to PC. If it is coming to PC, be honest with us this time. If it's coming to PC, tell us and don't withhold that information. If it's coming to PC, then just say, hey, it's coming to PC, maybe not day one, but it's coming to PC. Okay, fine, cool. Because that shit that just has sailed for me long ago when it comes to PlayStation games coming to PC. But all this talk that they've been doing of generations, sticking to generations, wanting to do what they've been doing this generation in terms of exclusivity, throw that shit out the window. Because what's really got people baffled, I don't even think it's the PC part anymore. It's really more so the fact Miles Morales, you got Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy's Big Adventures, and of course Horizon Forbidden West, like I said in my previous video, coming to PS4 as well as PS5. This is an issue, a very big issue, huge, because we were under the impression these were going to come out to the PS5 and only the PS5. This is where the missed opportunity point comes in. This is where it comes in. It's a huge missed opportunity. Could you imagine how huge this would be right now if it was confirmed that them games were only going to be playable if these games were going to be only playable on the PS5? It would have been a done deal. Like, the prices in terms of $70, okay, cool, I'm fine with that. It would have been no issue for me at all to buy those games at $70. It was a huge missed opportunity, because those games are coming to the PS5. And from our understanding, we know Horizon Forbidden West is supposed to come out. I think it's rumored, or I think it's still supposed to come out sometime next year. They didn't even say if it was gonna, when it was gonna come out. I don't even think they showed it. They may have showed it in a sizzle reel, but that's it. But with the confirmation of these games coming to the PS4, then you kind of doing the same thing Microsoft been doing. The same thing we've been criticizing Microsoft for, hell, laughing at them for. PlayStation doing it in the shadows, right? PlayStation been kind of sitting in the tuck, doing it in the shadows, behind closed doors, in the boardrooms, doing this. Now, on paper, one could say, okay, well, COVID's going on, and, people probably, not working, and people may not be able to afford a PS5 right away. And like I said in my previous video, that's like a no shit Sherlock thing. of course, not everybody's gonna buy a PS5 day one, and it goes from generation to generation. When we went from the PS2 to the PS3, there were nothing but third-party games that continued to make games for the old hardware and new hardware. They were just downscaled ports or versions of the next gen thing. Same thing going from PS3 to PS4. There were still being games made for the PS3, but if you wanted to, but here's the kicker, right? With the PS3, with the PS4, if you wanted to play first party Sony games, and they were like brand new, some shit that's like, yo, this shit looking crisp, this shit looking insane. The only way you were gonna able to play it is on that next gen system. If you wanted to play, say, the new Killzone during the PS3 era, or say if you wanted to play Infamous, I'll just say Infamous 2. If you wanted to play Infamous 2, you needed a PS3. If you wanted to play Resistance, you needed a PS3. When it comes to PS4, if you wanted to play Second Son, you needed a PS4. If you wanted to play Bloodborne, you needed a PS4. These things are so basic, right? And the simple fact that you're saying, okay, you don't need a PS5 to play Miles Morales, to play Demon's Souls, which I'm not going to say that the PS4 versions will look bad, but it would be kind of funny if the PS4 versions of these games look better than Halo Infinite. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, to be honest. But if I'm being 100% fair, if I'm gonna call out Nintendo, if I'm gonna call out Microsoft, I gotta call out the Blue brand too when they do this. And this part baffles me. Like, it should, and listen, and then it kind of shows, and there was even a report hinting at that they want to continue supporting the PS4. And I think they may have alluded to this like earlier. They were kind of like, not earlier before the event, but earlier maybe time ago, where they were kind of alluding, oh, we got a bunch of games we've never revealed for the PS4 that's in the pipeline. We got games coming for the PS4 that's yet to be announced. We want to support the PS4, which you would think in terms of services, if you were to think that, or in third party, sure. But now it's abundantly clear they want to put first party games or have first party games on the PS4. But here's the question: when's the damn cutoff? When's the cutoff? That's the $1 million question. And of course, when it comes to third party, there's gonna be a cutoff, a longer, prolonged cutoff. And with the third party, what'll end up happening, right? You'll see a good amount of games, I'll say, for the first year. I may say like all of 2021, maybe early 2022, you may still see games for the PS4. But then you get into 2024 and 5, it may be a situation where the only games, if any, that come out for the PS4 is just sports games, and that's it. None. It's full next gen by that point. But the very last PS4 exclusive I ought to have played or had to play to end this generation should have been only Ghost of Tsushima. You started the gen with Infamous Second Son. You should have ended the gen with Ghost of Tsushima. That was such a pitch perfect way to end the generation with that fucking game. And maybe some third party games sprinkled in, but that's neither here nor there. But when it comes to the exclusive cutoff, we're talking about two different cutoffs here, right? We're talking about exclusive cutoffs and third party cutoffs. The exclusive cutoff needs to happen as soon as possible. And I don't want to see God of War, Ragnarok, whatever it's going to be called, on PS4. I don't want to hear it. I don't care that it came out the same year as Spider-Man, and Miles Morales is also coming out this year as well. I don't want that game to be a cross-gen game. Something needs to be exclusive, for fuck's sake. I understand they did sit and say Demon's Souls is, but I'll wait till I motherfucking see it when it comes to November 12th. November 12th if it's not on PC day one, if it's not announced that it's coming to PC another 6 months from now, if anything, Epic Games Store, then cool, whatever. If it's months down the line, but day one, no. At that point, you ain't got no games. Same thing we've been telling Microsoft. What have we been telling Microsoft? PlayStation fanboys, you ain't got no games. Who ain't got no games now? If Demon's Souls is out for the PC, day one, however you want to say it, we ain't got no games. We ain't got no games where you can only play them on. We ain't got shit. Probably till whenever Sony says we want to cut off the exclusivity and go into only PS5. Because just like I said about Halo Infinite was a byproduct and is a byproduct of inclusive gaming rather than exclusive gaming. And again, PlayStation, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is doing the same thing. PlayStation with games like Spider-Man, like Sackboy, like Horizon for fuck's sake, are all going to be byproducts of inclusive gaming rather exclusive gaming. Because you want to have this no gamer left behind mentality. Alright. Now, a part of me, a small midget parcel size of me would want to give you a slight pass because we're in a pandemic. And people probably out of work and they're not getting no money at all coming in. And it's like, how the fuck would they be able to afford these consoles? But you had ample opportunity to tell us this prior. You could have said something about this, I don't know, months ago, or maybe leading into this event and having like a full conversation. Like, because of COVID, because we know people's not working, we're going to have these games be available to these people who cannot afford to get a PS5 right now because of the economic crisis, because of the global pandemic. If it was something like that where we could understand you, cool. People, there would be no outrage. And I hope this outrage gets to PlayStation. I hope it gets to PlayStation to where it's like, okay, maybe we need to rethink our strategy. No shit. Because you're doing the same thing as your competition doing it. I understand from a business standpoint, you want to make the money. And I know, would it sound like I'm being a hypocrite if I don't care about games, some PlayStation games coming to PC, but then all of a sudden they're being released on last gen tech? I would have a bigger problem with so-called PlayStation exclusives coming to last gen hardware. I would definitely have an issue with that. No cap, I would have an issue with that over games coming to PC because it's PC and granted, I foresee myself in the future building a PC. Cool, but at the same time, you're telling me I don't need to get a PS5 day one, and you have me actually debating, should I get a PS5? A part of me wants to get a PS5 because as a form of congratulations to Sony for doing such an awesome job this generation. And another part of me says, well, I got all these games coming out for the PS4. I can just wait till 2021. A part of me may do that. A part of me may not. I don't know. But it's like a part of me is kind of torn because I want to play with the new shit, with the new hotness. But at the same time, it's like, do I really need to? And at the same time, I would feel like I'd be making the same mistake I made like with the PS3. Like, I held on to the PS3 for as long as I could until I ended up eventually having no choice but to get a PS4. And I got a PS4. I don't want to do that this time. I want to be ahead of the competition. But here's the thing, man. Y'all have got to listen to us, the fans, the PlayStation fans, not the PlayStation dick suckers, not the PlayStation elitists, not the PlayStation bootlickers. Listen to us, the fans. Listen to us when we tell you this is not what we want. Just because y'all been doing and y'all have had success after success. Hell, this showcase y'all had was absolutely amazing. If y'all had came out and doubled down and said, you know what, every game you've seen is only going to be on the PS5. Nowhere else you can be able to play them. Nowhere else. If you had said that, we would have been like, okay, we getting a PS5, and we would have wiped our hands clean. These 2 videos I've made would not exist right now. But because of your actions, I feel like I gotta let this shit be known. And anytime I get a chance to put my boot on Sony's neck, I will put my boot on your fucking neck until you respond. Okay? Simple as that. But I'm not gonna milk this shit like Last of Us 2 people would. No, because eventually I'll get tired of the same old topic and just get bored. But I digress. PlayStation, you need to redefine exclusivity.